Hello everyone. This session is all about how to become a game changer, a leader in your life. And we will also talk about the rules of game changers. That is, what are the rules that game changers usually apply in their life to become a leader? As you know, we become what we think and the standards that we lay for ourselves. So this session is divided into 3 parts. The first part tells you who I am calling a game changer. And then we will first talk about what are the negatives, that is the caution, the precaution that you should take, that is not to do certain things that will take us away from becoming a game changer. Then we will talk on length about the 10 points that, if practiced judicially, will lead you to becoming a game changer for sure. So first, let us know who is a game changer. A game changer is an individual, you can say a company, that significantly alters the way things are done as a whole. Game-changing individuals often use their personality traits and their attitude to spark the change. So let us now start with a list of negatives which one should avoid. So the first caution that you should take is the seduction of safety is always more dangerous than the illusion of uncertainty. This means that if you love staying safe, if you love to live within your comfort zone and cling to the known, if you don't read different books and you don't have different conversation, you do not want to reach too high in your job, and you don't have new conversation with interesting people that you are always wanted to meet, and you don't set new goals, and you live within your circle of understanding and safety, then to me, that's a recipe for aging. That's a recipe for an early death. A lot of people die at 40 and they are buried at 90. Do not let that happen to you. I pray that never happens to you. What I am suggesting to you is the craving for safety is really more dangerous than being discomfort when you go out into the blue ocean of the unknown. If you want to be a game changer, it is about living in the blue ocean of the unknown, playing with new ideas, stretching your internal capabilities. Always remember that the best way to grow to new heights is by expanding your limits and going at the edge of your limits. So when you are stretching, and my friend, when you are scared and frightened and terrified and your hands shaking and legs shaking, and then my friend, feel proud of yourself, because at that point you are growing and pushing your capacities and your internal limits to the very edge of external limits. And that is how you become a game changer, and that is my greatest wish for you. The second negative things that you should not do is that you should never be distracted. You can be distracted or you can be a game changer. You just can't be both. Focus on the few activities in your personal life that will allow you to live in an iconic personal life. And you become a minimalist. A minimalist is a person who likes things very simple and could be called a minimalist. So we all should try to become a minimalist. The more you can be distracted, or you can be a game changer. So my friend, I was telling you that the more you can be distracted, or you can be a game changer. That is, either you can be distracted or you can be a game changer. You just can't be both. You see, if you look around yourself and you witness how many people are behaving, they are so distracted when they are driving. Just watch people driving these days. You are driving and they drive like crazy. Even though there are a lot of laws in today's country, in every country I think, but do the people actually follow those laws? They are still texting and they are checking and they're calling up, trying to be, multitasking, because They are addicted to their distraction. You see people in conversation and they're looking at the phone, and then they're looking up at you. What is this? They are all distracted people. I have never seen so many people making mistakes these days. Many a times you are at a hotel and you offer your order and comes back and the order is wrong. Why? Have you ever asked? People are addicted to distraction and they have lost their focus. What I'm suggesting to you is, if you really want to be a game changer, focus on your vital few. Focus on the few projects that you're working on. That will move the needle. Focus on the few activities in your personal life that will allow you to live an iconic personal life. Become a minimalist. When you call a person minimalist, you are actually describing their interest, their focus in keeping things very simple. A minimalist prefers the minimal amount or a minimal degree of something. And let me tell you, my friend, every game changer is monomaniacally focused on just a few things. The second is, understand that as a human being, even game changers get off track from time to time. After all, they are far from being perfect. They are human beings. But the more aware you become of how a game changer thinks and acts in various situations, the less likely it is you will get off track as often. And when you do, you won't stay off track as long. And that, my friend, is a major mindset progress that supports exponential growth. But let me tell you, it is okay to make few mistakes and learn from it. But don't make the same mistakes over and over again. So now we come to the third part of the session, that is, what are the 10 rules for becoming a game changer? People generally say, well, I went to a course, or I joined an online program, or I read a book, but my life didn't change. And I want to say to them, with great respect, your life could have changed, but you didn't do the work required to make the change happen. Almost like an athlete saying, I want to be a gold medalist at the Olympics, but I went to the gym for 4 days and I didn't get the medal. The reality is, an idea is the starting point on the process to get you to where you want to get to. Just remember that building something great is all about execution. How you execute the plan. When you look at Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi, that is people who had the vision and then they outworked everyone around them to execute on the vision until the product was done. So my friend, it's not just execution, but it is the grit. Remember, grit is very important. Do you give up? Or do you continue? Any game changer has literally out-persisted everyone around them. When you get full of self-doubt, which you will, on the path to world class, do you still remain in self-doubt? The first idea is, just remember, no idea is going to work unless you have the courage to do the work. It's all about high levels of execution, intelligence with grit. Great leaders and game changers have a bias towards getting things done. It's like a muscle. The more you do the work on, the more you're going to want to do it more. You start building this incredible momentum. You know, momentum. The momentum gives birth to internal confidence. The confidence wants you to make even more gains, and it becomes this upward spiral of unbelievable success. To have the results of a game changer, you need to start thinking and behaving like a game changer. That means thinking like a game changer populating your mindset with the best books, with the best ideas, and the best conversation, behaving in ways that most people don't behave. A game changer always wants to have the results very few people have. You have got to start doing things that very few people do. Number one, turn off the television. Not many of us do that. Delete the mindlessly forwarded messages. Stop gossiping and start producing. Eat better food. Exercise more than the previous day. Shift from a focus on what's not working to a focus on what's working. You really want to install a whole new series of mindsets and a whole new series of rituals that very few people are doing. You will receive from the world that you become. The world is so obsessed with goals. The world is so obsessed with just the externals. But the doorway, my friend, to success starts from inside. The best way to have a game-changing life and the best way to have a world-class lifestyle and the best way to change the world is to change yourself. We get from life what we become. I was having a conversation with my mom last night and we were talking about goals and setting big dreams. What I offered to her was, it's great to have external success, but the real value of external success is who you had to become as a person and what you had to build in terms of your character and the capacities and the talents you had to polish to get the external surface. That is, whatever the external success is, it all starts from inside. And that's the real value of success you build. Let's say a great business or a great family life, and that's awesome. You are successful. But who did you have to become to get that? What did you have to overcome? What talents did you have to learn in order to world-class yourself? And that's the real value. And even if you lose the external success, you get to keep the internal gold for the rest of your life. So I just invite you to play with this idea which is you receive from life, who you are. And the single best move to be a game changer is to work on your character, work on your emotional architecture, work on your mindset, work on your spiritual life, and then you become this focus of nature that becomes invincible. You become this force of nature that radiates this enthusiasm and this inspiration and this self-belief that really brings everyone around you into your dreams. That's why Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi, they didn't really execute on the dreams. They executed on their internal power so that people around them felt the dream and did the work. And that's really what leadership is all about. I hope you really think what I just offered to you. The thing that you are most afraid to do is the thing that is the most valuable thing to do. I'm going to repeat that again because it is so fundamentally important for you to become a game changer and a leader. So walk towards the things that terrify you. And the more you do it, the more you build confidence. I want to tell you that it is fine to be terrified. It is fine to be a little bit confused, and it is fine to feel a lot of discomfort, and it is fine to be afraid of situation or things. But what you actually do or how you respond to that fear or discomfort and worry actually makes you the game changer. It's messy because being a game changer is a messy process. But the payoff is simply great. You will grow almost every single day. You become braver every single day. You start going to the places that frighten you, and that is your bravery training. And the more you do it, the stronger you become, the more free you become. Literally, every single thing that you are afraid of, you have to do it because it gives you power. And every time you stand in the fireplace of your fears, you take back your dream, your freedom. So when you walk through the mess with your head held high is a pretty awesome way to live, isn't it? Even though it's messy, even though it feels hard, even though sometimes you're confused, believe me, that is the best thing for you. The thing that you are most frightened to do is the thing that is most valuable to do. Your fears are nothing more than a growth in wolf's clothing. I really want you to wrap your brain around this idea, which is your progress life, where your greatest fears lie. The things that terrify you, walk towards those. And the more you do it, the more you build confidence. The more you actually stand in the fire of your greatest fears, and the more you actually find freedom. I know when you do that, it's counterintuitive, and being a game changer is counterintuitive. And I do it in my own life. If you really want to be a game changer, you need to be in the rooms that game changers play in. You need to go to the conferences every single quarter. Read the books that game changers read. Invest in the program, because education truly is inoculation against disruption. Look at the world politically, economically, the environment. Look at the business right now. We have never been in such a state of acute disruption. And guess what? It's only going to get messier. For the victim, the coming decades will be messy and terrifying. But for the game changer like you, the coming decades will be inspiring and enlightening. And if you really want to be a game changer, invest in your learning. The person who learns the most wins. Now, your why, whatever why you ask, outlines your most compelling reasons for why you do what you do. If you don't keep it relevant, you will lose your sense of purpose and find it easier to drift and lose discipline, consistency, and intensity, and quit when things get tough. Game changers have a why that powers them through setbacks, disappointments, frustrations, and rejection. They have something worth fighting for, and they become unrelenting in their daily approach to excellence. Your mind can get bombarded with negatives. Outright horrific garbage is there in the media. You see the movies these days, and the music you listen to, and from the people you are associated with day in and day out. In fact, if everything you eat is garbage, then garbage starts to taste normal. There is a very famous saying, Jaisa an, Vaisa man. So what you eat, so you become. So be careful as to what you're eating, what you're putting it in your mouth, what you're thinking. You have got to renew your mind, reinforce it, and cleanse it with what is reaffirming, inspirational, educational, and motivational. What builds your faith rather than what exploits your fears? Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And if you're going to develop the consistency in performance that makes you a game changer, you need to make the transformation process happen daily. Because game changers are developed daily and not in a day. If you want to be great at what you do, you will certainly reach a higher level of performance. However, you won't do the right thing consistently enough to become a game changer. So instead, commit to being the best at what you do. Think about what the best in your field is thinking, doing, reading, and saying daily. Do you do these things? How can you do more of it? How can you be the best? Even if you can't find many potential or actually game changers in the workplace, so find a game changer, a potential game changer in your workplace or in your home. And if you don't find them there. You can always find them through books, videos, and by seeing a mentor with these traits, behaviors, and results. The proverb is very true. To be wise, walk with the wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Game changers aren't born, they are made. And the making happens first and foremost mentally. Without the mental right stuff, even immense talent is marginalized or wasted. You have to develop a mindset, a routine that you have followed for the past 25 years. And it should be intense. It is structured and runs between 90 and 120 minutes every day, 7 days a week. And that is a routine. And then, my friend, you credit your mental conditioning as a primary contributor for the success. So, my friend, if you really want to be a game changer, you need to set a routine for yourself. You can start with 10 minutes daily, and you have to set a mindset that is very similar to a game changer. You can always customize your own routine, keeping in mind the 10 rules of becoming a game changer, that is, in building a game changer mindset. Thank you so much.